You have a very strong core as a human. And where did that come from?
Corinne graduated from Harvard in 2025, and she is now an anesthesiologist at Boston Medical Center's residency program, one of the top academic medical centers in the US. But just a few years ago, she was a doctor in Haiti, one of the poorest countries in the Western Hemisphere, working by flashlight when the power went out. How did she get to where she is today, and what keeps her going?
That's a great question. I don't know, man. We lived in a little house, just me and my sister, and my mom. And my father, unfortunately, wasn't in the picture. So 3 women, and we had electricity sometimes, but we had food always. I think I was middle class compared to the vast majority in Haiti. I think like I was well off compared to a lot of people because, you know, I went to school, I had a house, I ate every day. I really grew up in an environment of like, people are loud, people are friendly, people are very
Happy?
happy. Yeah, despite, you know, that's the surprising thing. Despite everything that you hear about Haiti, people are generally very happy. The earthquake happened at like 4 p.m. I was dancing at my dance school. Everything shattered. It lasted maybe 15 seconds. The ground started to shake. We run out the building. It was like a dust of smoke around like the streets. Everybody was covered in white smoke because like so many buildings had collapsed everywhere. Everything was flooded white. As soon as I like look up, right across the street was a big hospital, kind of like had collapsed.
Collapsed?
Yes. And that's when the screaming started. The loudest, most horrifying sound that you could imagine. I kind of walked around in the street to go to where my mom's office was. And then we walked to my aunt, who was a physician at the time. Mm-hmm. And then when we got to her house, which also wasn't too far, she was like kind of like helping a lot of people around her. I kind of got the sense that there was no like organized movement. It was just like her just doing whatever she could, right? And even though it was just her, she was still doing things. She was able to do things. Otherwise, everybody else was screaming.
Okay.
And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I wanna do what she's doing.
Got it.
My house was broken into, and then my little sister got kidnapped.
What year was that?
I think that was 2010. Maybe because we were defenseless and we were 3 women in the house and there were no men, so easy targets, I guess. They kind of stole everything that they could around the house, and then they picked off my little sister and left with her. So my dad got in a car, I think it was an armored car, and then my little sister, from her, what she said, was the one kidnapper that took her to the rendezvous point was like, he had her, he held her, and then they saw the car pull up and they walked, and then my dad and his friends busted out the car, started shooting because they were armed, and then the man who brought my sister was also, I don't think they were alone or they were armed too, but they were shooting. Somebody grabbed my sister, threw her in the car, and she was like down, and there was shots, and then they drove off, but nobody got hurt.
And then I guess after the ransom, your family will be an even worse financial situation.
Yes, so that took a toll. My dad was a little bit financially helping my mom, kind of like here and there. And then I think my sister got kidnapped in like beginning of June, and then he died in a car accident like 3 weeks later.
So sorry to hear that.
Yeah, bonkers. And so that's like another, that like added a layer of things, yeah. For months after that, I wasn't able to sleep through the night. I was just waking up all the time at like 1 a.m. at the time that they broke in. I felt very unsafe, obviously. So it's a very disturbing feeling to not feel safe like inside your own house.
Yes.
Right? Because you have nowhere else. I don't know, your house is supposed to be your safe haven, so you have nowhere else to go, and also I was pretty young. And so for a long time, I was gung-ho on like getting out of Haiti. So that's why I started studying for the steps and etc. So I was very focused on leaving and just not coming back. You know, so
You're
uncomfortable.
getting out of the danger zone.
Yeah. So I started dancing, I said, like I was 4. After the earthquake, my dance teacher rented like a little studio, ceramic floors. It was a pastime for a lot of people, but I really loved it.
Like that was your source of energy.
Yeah, and escape. Like, you know, it's really fun to just be anyone, like on stage.
Yeah.
You know? And I am assigned a role. Like if I was playing, what's her name, Esmeralda, or like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, whatever. I had a character, I had a role, and I had choreography, and I had emotion to portray, and I had like, it was very fun.
You even danced for the president, right?
I did.
So you were, and that was the good president, like the one who got assassinated.
Yes. In Haiti, when there's like official diplomat dinners, you know how in the US they'll have like stand-up comedians?
Yeah.
Or like Ariana Grande will sing a song
Yeah.
for like the president, etc. In Haiti, we had some of that, but also like they really like dancing.
Okay.
And so you would have somebody sing something, but you would also have like dancers.
Yeah.
You know, do.
And that was you.
Yes.
Okay.
So the
Wow.
company
So-
I was in was like one of the bigger ones. And so we were hired a lot for like banks if they had like official dinners or like prime minister, president a few times. So that sort of stuff. I remember my first day in OBGYN. I saw the little delivery room that women delivered their kids in. It was like a small little room with like 4, like imagine a leather torture chair
Okay.
with like stirrups, metal stirrups. So 4 of them, no curtains, no privacy. I deliver my first baby, deliver the baby, take the baby, put the baby on mom, cut the cord, clean the baby up, wrap the baby in a towel. And then I asked the nurse, you know, where's the like recovery rooms or whatever. And she's like, oh, no. You ask them for their bed sheets because they come to the hospital with a bed sheet, and then you lay a bed sheet on the floor in the courtyard because we have no recovery rooms.
So the moms, after delivered the baby,
Yes.
go back to their bed sheet in the courtyard,
On
outdoor,
the floor.
on
with
the floor.
the newborn baby on the floor. I was shocked. I was appalled. It's not even about the numbers. It's about the dignity of that patient. I had that one patient who was like, I think she was 11. So I was taking care of her for like weeks. One day I was like, oh, I had whatever to eat this morning. What'd you have? And she was like, I didn't eat anything. And I was like, why? And she was like, I don't have food today. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, oh, my dad went out, he begged, didn't find anything, so I'm not eating today. Hopefully I'll eat tomorrow. And I was like, what? And she said it so like matter-of-factly. She was like, oh yeah, no, dad begged, didn't find anything. Maybe I'll eat tomorrow, maybe I won't. I was like, I think she was there for 4 weeks. Her dad had 1 shirt, 1 pair of pants. He was like a beekeeper, so he basically sold honey and produced honey. And he had like 6 children. And so he was like, I have to get back to those kids because if I don't sell honey, like then I have no more money for like the coming months. I have the means and the tools to get out and, you know, get a better life, which I did, but then all those people can't. I can't in good conscience just leave and not do anything for all those people I've worked with.
At your hardest days, what did you do? Or like what helped you?
I've seen my mom basically had her husband leave her. She was struggling with 2 kids. They kidnapped one of them. She was still working. She was working really hard to like give me a good life. And so the least I could do was, you know, do good at the things that she was
Hoping you to do well at.
Yeah. Like not trying my hardest was ever an option. Every time I think about my own problems, I think about these people. And I'm like, actually,
You're not that
bad. I'm fine. I feel like people have like especially Haitians have a great capacity of just adapting and moving on. Life is going to go on, so you kind of have to just get up and do it and keep going on.